So, hello.
Hello, hello.
Thanks for the interview first.
Yeah, of course.
We do the interview with first part. The first is about Windir, 1184 show, and the last one is about Vreid.
Okay.
So, my first question is why did you choose to play this album?
We decided a couple of years ago that we want to do something to celebrate this album. This was the first album that when we joined from Ulkus and we became a full band with Windir. So it is a special album for us. So we just figured we want to do something to celebrate it. And then it came up just let's play the entire album. And we decided we want to do a show in Norway, also abroad. And Hellfest was, I feel, a very natural place to do it.
Okay. In your opinion, if Valfar can see the importance of Vreid now, what is would his opinion?
I have no idea.
No idea.
No, I'm kidding. I think he will love it because what we were kind of growing up together, doing the same things together, and we had the same musical taste and stuff like that. So I think he will really acknowledge and appreciate what we've been continue to doing, and I think he will be very proud to see this important album that he was one of the main contributors to tonight.
For you, playing Windir songs on stage is for keeping a memory of Windir and Valfar?
Yeah, it's a couple of things. It's mainly because every one of us is very proud of this album. It's an important album for every one of us, and it's also kind of to tribute to his legacy, of course. So it's both things, but you know, Windir, with this album, we were 6 members, so many great contributors to this album, so I think everyone's feeling proud with this album.
Okay. What is your favorite song to play on stage of this album?
Good question. We only played the album once, so I really enjoy playing The Spirit Lord and Unit to the End.
Okay. How can you explain the fact that Windir has come a classic and a revolutionary black metal band? Same for Vreid.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't really pay much attention to those things. So we just make music, play shows, do what we love, and that's up to people how they see it, you know. And luckily, a lot of people appreciate it, and we're happy about that.
Previously, what the black metal scene think about Windir?
What does?
In the past,
Yeah.
what the black metal scene think about Windir?
I don't know really. We've been good friends with a lot of the bands for 20, 30 years, you know, growing up with everything from Enslaved to Kampfar and all those kind of bands. So I think we have had a good relation, and we've been touring with a lot of black metal bands and other kinds of metal bands. So it's always been a good community in Norway, I think, about it.
Can you tell me your best memory on this period?
Yeah. It was playing metal and getting drunk, I guess. No, we had the thing that I really appreciated the most was actually the songwriting, working together with Valfar, and the times we had when we have this youthful energy that you feel you're creating something special, and you have all your life is dedicated to it. That was what was most special, and also to have such a strong band unit. We've been playing together for 30 years, all the members. We're good friends, we're childhood friends, so that kind of spirit, and you know, creating something and doing a lot of stupid things along the road.
For the second part, Wild North West is the last album of Vreid, out in 2021. How was the feedbacks of your public?
It's been fantastic. I think we never got such a good response, you know, everything from reviews and how album sales, and we did a video and streaming and stuff like that. So and we the last year we actually did our full tour in Norway. Never done that before. Did 8 shows and a lot of solo shows, and we see now when we play at festivals that people really like that material. So that's of course something we are extremely satisfied with.
Your last album is more than a classic album. It's a movie too. Why did you choose to cross the music frontier for this album?
I think what we've always done is mixing up heavy metal with black metal, or so to call it. And you know, on some albums, some of the elements come from stronger, and it turns around like that. So it's not like a plan to make it a bit more or less. We can just go with the flow with the songs and make the riffs we want to do. And making a video was just a crazy idea that popped up, and then we had this completely insane producer back home in Norway that was crazy enough to do it. So we tried something. We never done it before, and let's try it.
The main character of Wild North West, he is directly inspired by the life of the band. For your choice, fictional character to tell real things is a method to express yourself with freedom.
Yeah, I think I tried to base a lot of the lyrics and concept for that whole album and movie on own experiences or kind of experiences seen from other members and stuff like that. But it's not like a biography in any sense, but it's more like kind of taking historical elements, mixing it up with our kind of own experiences from history, and just trying to create our own little universe out of it.
The artwork of this album is insane. It make me remember the old slashers movie. Why did you choose this artwork? Can you speak about more about that and its creator?
Well, the first idea I had for the artwork here was the old spaghetti western movies. So that's where I started, you know. So I started to look into a lot of posters from that area, and I sent some ideas to the designer, and I wanted that, but to blend it with a typical Vreid approach to it, you know. So, but I really wanted that kind of 60s Clint Eastwood vibe mixed with the Norwegian, you know, kind of artwork, and I think I did an amazing job with it.
What is your favorite Western spaghetti movie?
The Good, the Bad, and Ugly.
Classic.
Oh, yes.
Can you speak about the storyline behind the song Into the Mountain?
Well, Into the Mountains was a strange thing because during the pandemic I was going through a lot of old hard disks and you know, demos and stuff like that, and I found a couple of lines that me and Valfar had been working on after 1184, before the Leak for album, and I couldn't remember anything of it. I couldn't remember we recorded it, so I kind of took some of the elements and sat down just, and in one night I wrote that song. I just felt so inspired to find something that we had been working out, but kind of was blocked from my head. So I sat down and worked on that, and I wanted it very much to be like a follow-up to Journey to the End. So because some of the ideas were very similar to what what Valfar made back then, so we kind of wanted it to be a dedication to our past in many ways, and also with the lyrics, it kind of fits how things turned out.
Your band is classified like a black and roll band. Is this a sign of the intimate link between the metal music and the old rock and roll as a perpetual inheritance?
Yeah, I think so. It's just like a fun tag that's been hanging along with us. Again, I don't pay that much attention, but for Vreid, the history of rock and roll, the history of early metal is such a big part of what we're doing, you know. I always go back to, you know, the late 60s, early 70s, and then up to the 80s classic to find inspiration. So I think, of course, there's a somewhat, let's say, black metal sound to what we're doing, but I think that kind of music is just an important factor of Vreid as anything else.
Can you speak to all listeners and about your fans? Last word.
Sorry, I didn't catch you.
Can you a last word?
Yeah. Thank you for following Vreid and Windir throughout the years. Amazing support, and we really look forward to headlining the Temple stage here tonight. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you.